He only flashed at you. Only a flashed. You know what I mean? It's
Only flashed.
only flashed.
It's only flash.
Oh, he's only
So
flashed.
so I am going to go to a solicitor now. I mean, the support I've had with solicitors, and but I've got to go now and appeal. Now appeal will be another hearing.
Do you?
Obviously, this will get back to them. This interview will get back to them because people on my Facebook grass. You know what I mean? Unfortunately, it must be. I don't know what it is, but they love it. But I've tried to take everybody off now from up there. But it'll be a hearing, which will be then done by higher people who took the hearing. It won't change because what I've said is what I've said. But then I'll take it to a tribunal.
Do you know the problem you've got, Mark? Even if you win it, do you want to go back? That's. Do you know what I mean?
Now let me put it on way. It's 28 years of my life. It's all I ever know. It's all I've ever done. All I've ever, 28 years. That's three decades. Three decades. I've taught you to swim. I'm sure. If you come
I
to
think
gym,
you've
I'm
taught.
Sure, you know what I mean. I've seen you at gym. Seen you at circuit training, and that's why I know everybody because I've done it for nearly 3 decades.
I've been more than 21 years.
You know what I'm saying?
21 years.
And have I got any? Surely, if I'm a violent man, I'd have a record of violence. I go to football. I know all the idiots. Do I get involved with it? No, I don't, because I know if I get a record, I'm getting sacked. Now, to get sacked because they say I'm homophobic, that is very upsetting for me. Of somebody of my colour, who I get discriminated a lot. You know what I mean?
But whoever's wrote that, don't see that.
Don't see that. I mean,
You don't know, Mark.
parents don't want me to take their kids.
That's made up. Fabricated.
Well, please come and tell me what it is, because now you've heard the story. You know what I mean? Now this is why I said to Dan, can I do a podcast? Give me my side, because I'm going to get done for this. They're going to say, "Why are you doing a podcast? Why are you saying?" I've not mentioned no names here. Now if the guy who videoed the evidence off his phone was a friend of mine, I classed him as a friend. I had banter with football and everything. Now if he hadn't have videoed that, I wouldn't have been. It'd have been kicked out.
Have you questioned him on it, why he did it?
I ain't seen. If I see him, I don't want to speak to him. I don't want to speak to him.
That's weird.
You know what I mean? But
It's a massive shame, innit? It's really a big shame.
now,
Fit to happen, you
now I've been sacked. I either sink or I either go into total oblivion now and drink and do whatever else stupid, or I react to it. Now, again, I can't thank Phil Walker enough. He has now given me an opportunity now, right? And up at Evolve Boxing Gym, that's where I'm based now. Where that is what I want to try, and it's hard. It's hard, and then
You've got to raise your game
I'm
and
now
do something.
putting on
you've never
sessions
done
up
before.
there every day. I do sessions every morning at 6 o'clock. I'm now going into the PT route with boxing. You know what I mean? And we've got a show obviously next Saturday, which the tickets, contact me or Phil Walker for tickets at this show. VIP 35, you get a Sunday dinner, even though it's on a Saturday. I've just joined because people say how do you know so many people? Boxing's a very close-knit community around Leeds. I know all the gyms and all the coaches. Now, Vince Campbell is a local lad around here who's, in the old days, he used to run Rocky's nightclub, Compton, Sports Bar, Ford Green, big man obviously in that area. Obviously, he had Teddy Mitchell working for him on at doors. Big men. You know what I mean? And he's now the president, or he's the chairman of the Leeds Boxers Association. So I went to a meeting with them, and we've got these guys to come on the top table at this, and there was a guy called Terry O'Neill. Now Terry O'Neill is the pinnacle, and he was the manager of Henry Wharton. Remember Henry Wharton?
I remember Henry Wharton.
There were Henry Wharton.
That was the 90s, wasn't it?
90s, and then there were Gary Atkin with his coach. So, they were the big... But Terry also did the Commonwealth Games. He was English manager for amateurs, and it was called the ABAs in them days. And he's coming on the top table. He's 90-year-old, and it's just, there's Vince Campbell up there as well. He had a little bit of an history now. You've got Bermontoffs, and I think it was St Pat's. And then I think Vince had Burton's gym, and there was another one as well. And then obviously you've now got Bermontoffs, and you've got people like Jack Bates, and who's now going pro. I mean, he was going to come today, but But Jack
We're going to
Pearce is a
schedule
good
another
mate.
podcast with Phil and
Yeah.
Jack anyway.
Yeah.
So I've spoken to him today from there. But no, I think you've told your story, Mark.
It's just, like I said, I don't want sympathy because
No.
at the end of the day, I've said what I've said and I've done what I've done. So it is what it is now. Now, does that deserve 28 years of my life to get two people are hearing who don't know me to dismiss me from what I love doing? You know what I mean? You're the judge. You tell me. Because I am absolutely distraught.
And all I can say from our point of view is,
And that's what I want to say.
I think you've said I think it's good to get your point across, but I'm always worried about how you're going to react.
That's what I could go one
and it's
or
not
other
because,
now.
because I'm your friend. And I remember seeing you the other week, and you were kind of going, "Oh, what do we do?" And
It is. I mean, I look at you and I see you were in a room, and you just did it. And look at you now. But it's ambition. I've never had that ambition because I'm happy doing what I'm doing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Now there's ambition and there's now I've got to. I'm in this big wide world now. What do I do here? Yeah, I've got to now set up my own accounts now and. What the hell's all that about? You know what I mean? What the hell's... I'm not saying... What the hell's all that
But
about?
what I'm saying to you, mate, and I'm talking to you as a friend here, is when I look at you, I think, I'm always here to support you.
Yep.
Whatever you need from me, whatever you need from Madame Pearce Sales Homes team, they talk about you all the time. You know what I mean? We're always here to support you. I just don't want to see you go in the gutter. And I think
I'd be lying. I could go one way or other now, but I'm positive.
Yeah,
I'm positive.
have to.
And I'm starting on Monday. I've started these new sessions, and I've put it on.
Every bad situation, you react to
You
it.
got to think that I'm 46-year-old now. You know what I mean? I'm not a young lad, and I've got to compete now with all these bodybuilders and all that.
You know, the Colonel started his business at 69 at KFC. Yeah, and you're 46, mate. So you've got plenty of time on your side.
It's just.
And
I thought about abroad. I thought about ships.
People
I
don't.
thought about
It's not.
America.
It's not about how these young guys and things like that.
But
For
that's
me,
the competition.
but you know what? They're not your competition, because people who want to be with you want to be with you for different reasons. You've got the pull of people. So if you want to set up your own company and you want to be successful, you want to be a boxing coach or a swimming coach, you can go do that, but you just need the belief. But the problem you've got is that you've never had to have that in you.
It's just a big wild world, and it's.
But you can do
I
it.
wouldn't say I'm scared, but it's the unknown. You know what I mean? Now what you've done on your own, and now you've built it up. And I've got to now go like, look, I've got to like network now. Now there's obviously Facebook's got me sacked, so it can at least try and get me another job.
Get you some money back.
You know what I mean? And to be fair, I've been warned not to put stuff on Facebook, and you know what I mean. But you live and learn that we all make mistakes, some bigger than others. And
I think you're a guy who wears your heart on your sleeve, and you say it
I'm
how it is.
I'm not a bad
You're
person.
not a bad bloke.
I'm not a bad person.
And
I'm not an aggressive person. I'm not homophobic.
And you're not.
That's what I
And you've no agenda. You just wear your heart on your sleeve. You work for 28 years working for for the council, and you've done a very good job. And Morley would be worse off without you. So for me, it's a shame. But I think moving forwards, with or without the council doing something that changes their decision, you have to rebuild your own life, and you can do it. There's an opportunity. The worst situations, my business was born out of adversity. I was fed up. I was struggling. I had another job with another job.
Well, can
and
I
it
ask
got
you
to a
one
point.
question though? It was a gamble,
Massive.
and it's paid off.
But you know what? My dad always says to me, my dad's doing quite well, but his uncle's done even better. And then he's got a friend, and his friend, I think he's a millionaire, and he always sits and moans, and he always goes, why does that guy earn more money than me? Why has he got this? Why has he got that and all that? My dad's got a very comfortable life. And when I analyse my dad and what he's done, the only difference between him and his mate, because my dad's probably even more charismatic than him, is he took more risks. And he failed. And my dad said, he didn't. He owns from what he used to tell me, it's a very well recognised brand as well. It's not a small brand, but he went bankrupt time after time,
Did he?
until he got to that point. And when he talks to me about it, he says he just kept gambling until he did it. So when you say, did I take a risk? You've got not to be afraid of taking the risk. And you might take a risk this time, you might fail. But the successful people, in my opinion, I might fail tomorrow. But what I'll do is, I won't give up until I succeed. And that's where you need to be, Mark. I think you've just got to keep going.
28 years in the same place must show you what type of person I am.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm not a quitter, and I don't give up, and I'm loyal, and I work. You know what I mean?
That class knows you're not allowed to give up either when you're doing circuits.
You know what I mean? So I've done
Did
circuits.
you ever teach Sasha? Did you know a little boy called
Is
Sasha?
that your son?
That's my son.
Yeah, I know him. Yeah.
Yeah.
I know. Family. I did. What's the other one now? Is it Sasha's
mum, Stephanie Wood.
the sister?
Natalie Wood.
I took her kids as well.
Yeah, that'd have been Gabriella, wouldn't it?
That's it. Yeah.
Yeah.
So like I've taken, like I say, like Stevie Wall for an example, whatever he is, and he says, "Come, hello, Mark," and I did his goal with him. Thank you for that. That was one of the disciplines that got me to where I am now. He said, and this guy was playing rugby league, and then you know what I mean.
Time we on?
Yeah.
And what time we on?
Now 20.
An hour 20. That's the record as well, by the way.
But obviously, are you wrapping this up now? Or are you carrying on?
Unless you want to carry on, Mark, we can carry on.
And I'm
but
just saying, what else? I've got everything else. Is there any?
for me, I think you were just getting your story across, and
But obviously, one thing I will say about the sports centre, the manager has got nothing to do with the decision. The decision. So going up there, carrying on with the manager, it's not his fault. He would take me back tomorrow, and he kept in contact with me. I went to see him every other week, and he said, "Look, it's out of my hands here." But you know what I mean? It's gone above. The people who made the decision was a HR officer and somebody who wasn't connected to the council.
Yeah, and somebody who's not connected to Morley.
Somebody's not connected to Marla.
And that's the only reason. If someone had come in and listened to Morley and what they have to say.
But they made their decision because obviously I went on sick then. So before I finished, I went on sick because it was 4 months to do a disciplinary hearing. Why did it take them 4 months? They said they needed the DBS, and then they said we're going to do it without the DBS. So I went on sick. Then they gave me these antidepressants and whatever else. You know what I mean? So they started firing into me and that. But you know, it's. So, and then now they did that, and then they've done. So they knew what we were going to do. They knew straight away when I got told what the top one thought, that we don't want people like that working for us. What does that mean? You know what I mean? And that's,
they don't know you.
It's
You know what I mean?
saying we don't want people who have been sexually assaulted to work for us, is it?
well, you know what I mean? If it had been a girl, if it had been a kid, what would have happened? Mega report. Because it's me and.
Well, I hope this podcast goes some way to
Well,
helping you. You've told your story, haven't you? You've been really honest. I really appreciate you coming on. As a friend, I've known you probably what we are, probably 25 years, 20 years.
And the other guy, what the other guy called?
Darren Simpson.
Darren Simpson.
Yeah.
You know, obviously I used to see what a polo lads up there, and you know what I mean. It's all circuit people. I had a chance to say goodbye, to be honest with you.
Well, everybody, I think in Molly is behind you.
Yeah.
I think we want you to do well. We don't want you to go in the gutter. If there's anything we can do in terms of myself and my team, we're always here. Whether it's to go for a drink with you, whatever it is, you know,
all I can
we're
say to
always here.
finish is, you know, it's Leeds City Council who've made this decision. So, you know, hopefully.
And I think, you know, keep your chin up, keep going. Something will come from it.
It's not easy, I promise you.
But people are behind you. So again, podcast number 18. Very, very good.